Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time out we went through... Well, we did really nothing. It was basically a bunch of social link stuff.
Morning.
My apologies. And today it's going to be even more social link stuff. We're not actually going to get to the next part of the story for a little bit. So today it's more... social link stuff and general messing about and, you know, talking to other people and that kind of shit. So, let's get on with it. I have a bit of a cold, as you can probably hear from my voice. My apologies. So I'm sorry if I end up coughing and spluttering through this fucking recording session, but I need to get this fucking recorded. So what we're doing here is we're going to the diner. The diner is pretty useful. Get the nostalgic steak here and you can up your kindness. And other items become available as you go through. You also improve your knowledge as you... just because this is a place to come and study. So it's pretty useful place to use to improve your knowledge if you need to improve it. It's a good place to go because you know, go there at night, and it's a pretty useful way of spending your time, to be fair. Oh no, go during the day. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. But you can go at night as well and get some extra points on other things, on your knowledge and kindness and all that kind of thing. So it's pretty useful. Okay, so what we're doing now is we are doing Sojiro's social link, which is a bit of a pain in the butt to do. But it's one of the more interesting ones. Because it's all about... my apologies. It's all about learning about the coffees, and like I say, it's pretty useful to you know, it's basically a regular source of SP items for, you know, because coffee restores SP, and I think the curry restores SP as well. So they're both pretty useful in that regard. Yeah. So yeah, Sojiro's social link is all about coffee and food, and we're getting your getting SP items.
Whoa.
And this is I'll be honest. I didn't complete Sojiro's social link my first playthrough, so I don't really know how his kind of concludes. Sorry. And so yeah, this guy is known to him, but it's kind of not explained until the end of the social link as to who he is. So it'll be it'll be interesting to see, actually, because my intention is to do all the social links if I can. My apologies. But it's kind of difficult to do it, you know, because the problem with Sojiro's social link is you get up to, I think, level 3, maybe 4, and then it completely stops until you beat a certain dungeon. I think it's the 4th dungeon. Yeah, fuck. It's the 4th dungeon of like 7 or 8, 6 or 7. But now we're now able to coffee basics, which basically allows us to create coffee which slightly restores SP. It's pretty useful. But yeah, as I was saying, it's kind of difficult because he doesn't do anything until, you know, you get him up a little bit and then you have to wait until you've beaten the 4th dungeon and then you could start doing his social link again. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, and it was why I never really completed it. It's one of those things, I think, where you have to kind of really focus on it to get it done. I, you know, focused on others. Sorry, I focused on other social links at the time. A dull student. I do like that descriptor there. Need proficiency to adapt on the fly. Yeah, this is just like a little thing of basically you need to get all your attributes up to max to, you know, be completely useful in the game. You know, in order to get, you need to get these up. These social stats, you need to get them up. And after the end of my first playthrough, I got them. The majority of them were of my attributes were up to max. There was just a couple which weren't. Kindness and
I just remembered.
Guts, I believe. My apologies. I can't. Fuck, my throat's gone to shit. My nose has gone to shit today, ladies and gentlemen. Really fucking hurts. It is, I believe, 4.
This is it.
Dun, dun. I love the music here. God, it's such a good soundtrack. I love the soundtrack so much. So yeah, that's got our knowledge up a little bit more when I don't need it.
All right.
So yeah, we're now fully back. Yeah, so now we're going to we're not going to be talking to Sojiro. We're instead going to make some coffee. You can do this whenever the coffee shop is empty in the evening, and you can just basically go up to the coffee pot and you can just make your own coffee. And once you've made it, it becomes an SP item in your inventory,
Yes.
and you're able to...
Right.
And basically it's just an item that restores SP. It's really useful in this game, just because... My apologies. The thing about it is that you don't get a lot of... You can buy a lot of HP restoring items, and you can buy accessories which restore SP, but you don't get a lot of SP restoring items.
Let me explain.
And there's this as well. This is something from Catherine, another game which Atlas made, where you get information on the coffee. It wasn't coffee in that game. It was like, because you were at a bar, basically you could go up to the bartender and talk to him, and he would give you information on the drinks which you would have, and it gives you kind of trivia on various types of drinks and various, the origins of drinks and of the drink itself and that kind of thing. Similar thing here, but with the coffee and the different types of coffee which are used in this game. Not particularly useful, but it's a nice little flavor text, I guess. So yeah, SP restoring items. The coffee is really useful, especially for first run-throughs. Apparently, Ryuji wants to chat. So let's... we'll respond to that later.
Hey.
So yeah, we're continuing on. And so yeah, it's kind of what happens at the end once you've done, because basically, look, we've got 3 days left. So I think next part we should be moving on and having more story stuff happen. But there's always this lull where you're just going through and doing social link shit, which is pretty nice actually when you're just playing through the game, because it's kind of like you've been through the tough shit,
All right.
and now it's like a little bit of a let's just chill here. Basically, this is a new thing. As you go through social links, you will be given hangout spots. In Ryuji's case, you get the ramen shop, and these are pretty useful to get because you can take other people to these spots once they've opened up. So you can take Ryuji here, you can take An, you can take, you know, whoever the fuck you want, really. But certain ones are better than others. Like, Ryuji will always get a higher... like, if you decide to take Ryuji to here, the ramen shop, you will get more points. More social link rank points, so that you'll be able to get to the next level of your social link faster. So it's pretty useful in that regard. It's the same thing with An and the later, once we do her social link, you'll be able to take her to a park, and if you take her to a and if you take her to that park multiple times, then you can get more social link rank points with her, and you can level her up faster. So it's pretty nice as well that they have their own places, and they open up new areas for you to go to and to take other people if you want to. I think that's pretty... It's a nice little thing that makes social links a bit more dynamic in Persona 5 as compared to 3 and 4.
Alright.
Yeah, Punk Talk. Very useful. Basically, if you are negotiating with this demon with a shadow and it fails, it gives you a second chance to try and get it right. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Ryuji as well also unlocks another area as you go along his social link, which is really useful to unlock because it boosts it. It can boost up your stats. Pretty useful, in a pretty useful way. And these things, like these little, I guess, scenes here of people talking about, you know, whispers going on and all that kind of shit. That is done, I think. They show up once you've beaten the dungeon, but you're waiting for the story events to continue on, which it's pretty nice to show off.
You're back.
So yeah, I'm gonna make some more coffee.
Oh.
I should have cut this out. My apologies. I should have cut this out. This is really just the same thing. It shows a different... I think it shows a different type of coffee because it's a different type of coffee every single time you do it. But yeah, I didn't really need to show this. This acidity. Guatemalan SHB.
Let me explain.
Strictly hard bean is a grade given to coffee at a high altitude of 4,500 feet. Citrus-like acidity with a fruity chocolate flavour. I bet if I drank it, it would just taste like coffee. Yeah, and of course, as you boost Sojiro socially, you'll get better at making the coffee, and as a result,
Well then.
you'll get coffee items which will restore more SP. So, yeah, another reason why doing Sojiro Social Link is so fucking useful. My apologies again. My nose has gone to absolute fucking shite. Anyway, we can now read another book. The Alluring Dancer is about Carmen, which is Arn's persona. And really, these books they don't do anything to do with Arn or Ryuji, anything like that. It is just because it's their personas that you're reading about. Instead, it's just basically it boosts your stats, which is useful. And that's really it. So, board meeting is in 2 days. I wonder if Kamoshida's really had a change of heart. We're going to find out pretty fucking soon, ladies and gentlemen. And these are things which I kind of like as well, which they did similarly in Persona 4 Golden, where they come up to you and be like, we have to go to save whoever needs to be saved. Should we go in now, and that kind of thing. It's a nice little thing to kind of keep the story going, as it were. It's useful. I really like it. Works better in Persona 5, I think, because you get more personality from the the people in question. Oh yeah, this is another one where Morgana helps you to work it out. Not really hard, but wonder part probably means wonder. Shocking. I never would have gotten the king part. That's probably child or kid. So a wonderful. It's a prodigy. Yeah, not fucking hard to work out. You could have worked that one out all by your fucking self, to be fair. Don't need a guide for that one. That's a pretty easy one to work out. I didn't expect that. Well, I'm smart. Fuck you. But yeah, we're very close now. We've got 2 days left. 2 days of social links, and then we'll be doing... The story will be continuing. Which is nice. I think we've done like 2 parts. I think it's like the 3rd part of just social link stuff. And, non-story related stuff, so... It's pretty... Yeah. It's one of those things where it's a really awesome thing to do when you're playing through the game at your own pace, but I think when you're doing a commentary, a let's play, it's kind of... It's like you notice it more, you want to get through it a lot faster. So let's see what drug we're taking today. I'll say it again, I really love Takemi's design. I think it's a great design. It works really well. The kind of punk doctor kind of thing. It's it's not over the top, ridiculously over the top anyway. I like that. Oh shit. Phone call. G'day. Silence phone. Sorry if you heard that. Motherfucker.
Oh.
So yeah, this is a continuation of the story. You seem to at least know my name though. Yeah, she's been blacklisted due to a grave medical error. And this is kind of the whole basis of her social link, really. That she used to work at a university, and even though it was kind of the guy who was above her, kind of her boss, that completely fucked up and made the wrong decision.
You're right.
It was she was the one who was basically blacklisted and took the bulk of the blame for it. And she's, we will find out more about that during the course of the playthrough, during the course of her social link. Hers is one of my favourite, actually. It's really good. So we got more healing items, but as this is New Game Plus, and I maxed out her social link, we now have all the items in stock, actually. We can just buy, so it's pretty nice. Yeah, I think this is kind of like the message that it's that little phone call there which says to me that it's basically pointed out later on, but that the doctor is basically
Take care.
fucking her over basically, and just sending all these calls here to try and force her to quit. But anyway, that's it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time when we will be continuing story next time, promise. So I'll see you next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.